Hello everyone. Today we are going to see Standard 7, Chapter number 1, Types of Software. Now everyone will have a question. Do software also have types? Yes. Software are also categorized into different types of software. What are the types? What is the function of that software? How the softwares are classified into different types? We will see everything in detail. So let's start this chapter. Agenda. What we will learn in this video, we will learn different types of software. These are different types of software. Then system software, what is operating system, functions of operating system, and language processor. What are these? Let's go. Types of software. See, basically there is a software which is divided into two parts: system software and application software. Then system software is also divided into three parts: operating system, language processor, and utility programs. And here application software is divided into customized software and general purpose software. We will understood all these different types of software, their definition, uses, and examples of all this software in this lesson. First, what is system software? See, think of your computer as a machine. To make it do things like play a video, open a game, or print a document, it needs instructions, right? Then system software is a special kind of program that give these instructions to the computer. It acts like a manager that tells the computer what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. It also helps us the computer more easily by giving us an interface like Windows button menu. We can click on it. See, computer is a machine, right? We give commands to the machine, correct? But this is the system software who tells that computer what command we have inserted and now what he need to act like. As I wrote here, he acts like a manager. Who? System software acts like a manager. For example, in a hotel, when we go to hotel, we give order to the captain, correct? The captain then tells that order to the chef, correct? After that the food is our prepared, the chef tells to the waiter and waiter provides us the order, correct? This is a chain like that. We give commands to the computer, right? But computer don't understand command. Who understand command? System software. So system software act as a manager. Whatever commands we give to computer, system software is, for example, a translator between us. With the help of whom? Windows, buttons, menus, right? Means the interface. These are the types of interface, right? Which system software give us. Now next, system software is a set of programs that manages and controls how a computer system work. This is the definition of system software. System software is a set of program that manages and controls how a computer system work. It helps the hardware and software components of the computer to work properly. Means as a manager, he look after all our software components and hardware components, and they both merge and work together. Otherwise our software is working but hardware is not working. Otherwise hardware is working but software is not working. So system software is the basic need of our computer. System software directly interacts with the computer's hardware and provide us with an interface. See, if I give a command of print, for the interface of print will appear, right? How many page I want to print, in which orientation I want to print, then the work is going on not, if any error occur, it show with the help of interfaces. Who all takes care? System software takes care of it. See, here is a new keyword, interface. What is meant by interface? A platform to interact with the system. Means in simple words I will tell you, Whenever you click on any application or anything, you see a window like structure, like full, minimize, or a short window type structure. That window is called as interface. In simple language we can say. Now as we see in the first diagram, system software is also divided into three parts, right? You can see here, this is software is divided into system software is divided into again three parts. Which are those? Now we will see. First one is operating system, second one is language processor, and third one is utility programs. First we will see now operating systems. See here, types of system software. Operating system, this is the main part, it controls everything. For example, as we say, CPU is the brain of the computer, correct? Like that, CPU is brain of the computer, but who is brain of the CPU? Operating system is the brain of the CPU. In short we can say OS, right? Then again, language processor. What do language processors do? They help translate the language we write into a language the computer understand. Means it is like a translator between whom? Us and the computer. How he translate, what he translate, we will see in later parts. And the last one is utility program. These help in tasks like cleaning junk file, protecting from viruses, etc. Means as we say, utility work is remaining, means small work which is a necessary. These are the small work, but these are the main and necessary work. For example, chunks file, if files are more, our computer will be slow, correct? It is meant protecting from virus. Mean this work we see not as a necessary, but these are main, we can say like backbones, right? These are called as utility program. Now let's understand what is meant by operating system. See here, imagine this, your computer is like a robot, right? But it doesn't understand what you say. You press button, type text, click icon, and the operating system understand that and tells the robot what to do, right? Means as a manager, operating system, as you can see in his name only, operating system. Here operate means to operate anything, same like that. Operating system operate our, we can say, PC. Operating system is also in mobile also, means in mobile, PC, everything. So this system basically operate our mobile or PC. For example, operating system, see Windows, what most PC use, like everyone, means I think 90% of user use Windows, which is a operating system made by Microsoft Office. Then Mac OS, which is operating system made by Apple, right? Apple users use this in laptop. Then Linux and Ubuntu, used by coders and tech people. Basically, who are the coders? They prefer Linux. Why? Linux have minimum modification, so that we prefer working on that, focus on our work, not get distracted. So basically most of people use Linux. Then Android, mobiles and tablet. As we use our mobiles, there are two types of mobile. Here you can see iOS is installed in Apple company, iPhones and iPad, and Android is in phones and tablet, right? That green colored all you can see, that is the logo of Android. Understood? An operating system is a type of system software. It allows us to use the computer by interacting with its hardware through buttons, icons and commands. Like for example, we use an operating system to save file, use devices like printer and headphones, install new software. Always see install new software and save file. This may ask in your exam, what is the main role of operating system, so you can say this. But basically save files and install new software is mostly asked in exams. List of operating system, as I told you: Windows, Linux, Ubuntu, Mac OS, and see here for smartphones: Android, iOS, Symbian, and BlackBerry OS. OS means operating system. See, what does an operating system do? Now there are different types of means functions of that operating system, not just few functions. There are many functions. One by one we will see all that function. First function is process management. Means it decide which app or program get to run and when, as a manager, right? Means which program should now open, till how many duration of the period it should be open. For example, see, if you open a game, browser, or music, operating system manages all of them so your computer don't crash. Means see, how much capacity of your computer, who decide our capacity? Our RAM. If my RAM is supporting only 2 or 3 apps at a time, process management will allow only that much application. He will not allow more application than that. If he allow more application, that our phone or device may get hang. So who take care of that? Process management, who that came under operating system, right? Now see, the operating system controls how programs run on the computer. It decides which program go to the CPU and when. This help managing multitask efficiently. As I said, now it goes one by one, not all the apps at a single time. If we do all the apps at single time, our computer may get hang. So it will decide which program will go to the CPU and when is the main thing. Means when the program will gain. After one completing, another will open, right? Now next is device management. What is device management? As its name, it control the mouse, keyboard, printer, and speaker. When basically what it manages our devices of our computer. What are the devices? Mouse, keyboard, printer, speaker, webcam, we can say. These are different devices. Here see, if two programs want to use the printer, the operating system decide which will get first. For example, see, if I want, basic example, if I am using Google Chrome, and on Google Chrome I am using YouTube, on which I am playing a sound. But similarly, I open Spotify and I started playing sound. Will it play? No, it will not play. Why? Because both the applications need the what we can say sound or speaker to connect. Then the device management will take the command and he will decide which application was first, right? If YouTube was playing first, then YouTube will be starts. Spotify will not start. If Spotify is starting first, then YouTube will not start. Like this, it will decide who will get first. See, operating system control all hardware devices like mouse, monitor, printer. It decide which program can use which device and how long. This is called allocating and delocating hardware. Allocating what? Allocating means dena. For example, we can say, for example, we say na that sir assign this boy as a monitor. Same like allocate means assign. For example, government allocated this land for green area, right? Means government has allotted that area for only green area. Same like that. Allocate means dena and deallocate means chinna, right? Means the system design, as I told you the function of that YouTube and Spotify, same like that. Which app will use sound for how much period, it will decide. Who decides this? Device management, right? Now memory management, as its name is, manages your computer memory, right? Means our RAM. It keeps track of which part of memory is used by your game, which part is free, and which app need more. means it is distributing our memory. As I told you, there is our RAM, correct, and RAM is divided into multiple parts. Whenever any application needs RAM, it calls, means see, if I need any help of someone, I will call them, right? Same like that, if any application need memory, it will call memory management, and then memory management will decide if he want to allocate him memory or not. If he want to allocate, how much memory he will allocate, he will decide. Understood? The operating system keep track of the computer's memory, what is being used, by whom, and how much is free. It allocates memory to program and takes back when not needed. Right? Means it shares the memory, as we can say in RAM. When you, for example, you try and open your task manager. When you will open your task manager, there is section memory, RAM, power, means that RAM who take care of that memory management. If I am opening any application and it requires more RAM, so it will give that RAM to only that specific function, right? And after that, if I close that app, the memory management will take back that all the memory, right? RAM. Then file management, as its name says, it helps save, copy, move, delete, and rename and folders, right? Means basically to save, copy, move, edit, and rename. When you save a Word file on operating system, store it correctly. Help you manage files on your computer. You can create, save, copy, move, delete file using operating system, right? Who take care of all this file management, which works under operating system, OS. Then next, error detection and handling. Error detection means what? When we see error like that, we will see in deep. If something goes wrong, like trying to divide by 0 in math, right? We can't divide anything by 0. If we try to, the answer will be 0. The operating system catches the error and shows a message. For example, in math as given, we can't delete. The operating system detects and manages errors like memory error, device error, software bug. It may also show errors message or suggest solutions, right? Now we will see one by one. Memory error. For example, we can say our pen drive got corrupt, right? That is a error. Otherwise, if you are trying to open any invalid format, then come format error, right? Memory error when come, for example, I have a storage of only 500 MB in my disk, I can say, but I want to install more than 500 space. Will it suit? Best example, if I have a small water bottle of 1 liter, correct, and I am trying to pour water with the help of 2 liter of jug, will all 2 liter water will go in my water bottle? No, only 1 liter. After that, remaining 1 liter will overflow from my water. Why? Because I have only 1 liter of space and I am trying to add 2 liter of water in that. Same like that, if you try to add more memory than the space, it will give memory error. When it give device error, sometime what happen, when we plug our pen drive or any devices, for example mouse, keyboard, printer or speaker, sometime wire issue is there, we don't plug it properly, so it give the error as device error. And software bugs, as I told you, mismatch of version or incorrect format, like that software bugs. Sometimes it shows you error message and sometimes it give solutions also. For example, if I have any outdated application, so what it show, app is outdated, please update or check for the update. These are type of suggestion solutions. Next, security. It protect your computer by passwords, antivirus and firewall password. As our all have sign in password, correct? For mobile also, computer or laptop also same. Antivirus which protect us from viruses. We will see this topic in much detail in few topics in few minutes. And a firewall is also a type of antivirus, we can say, which is pre-installed in every computer. It stops strangers or viruses from accessing our files, right? Passwords stop strangers and antivirus stop viruses from accessing our files. The operating system protect your computer from unauthorized access using password, means no other one except you or your family member can use. It also defends against viruses, worms and other harmful software. See, viruses and worms are also a type of viruses only. Firewall built into the operating system help block harmful data from entering your system. Which harmful data? Harmful data like viruses, worms, like that. See, this was all about operating system, right? Now, have you received a notification to update your OS? If you have mobile or if you have computer, you had seen that new system update is there, otherwise new system software is there in mobile, but in PC we see this OS. Research why important is to update your operating system. Everyone have mobile, correct? Everyone go in mobile and search about, for example, about or system software. There you will see why, and if there is your update, click on that information and see why you need to update this software. Their description is given. This is, we can say, as your homework. Explore that. Now second one. First one what we see, operating system, correct? Now we will see about language processor. What are language processor? Computer understand only machine language, right? A series of 0 and 1, which is also called as binary language, right? Which is also called as binary language. But humans write programs in high level languages. Which are high level languages? Java, Python, C#, right? They need to be translated into machine language, right? And who do this job? Language processor. See, basically what's happening, we write everything in English, otherwise any language, Hindi, Marathi or any Urdu, Tamil, Telugu. What happened? Computer understand only one language, right? 0 and 1, which is known as machine language, or we can say binary language. Computer don't understand like this Java, Python, C or English, Hindi, Marathi. Basically what happened then, first we type in English, Hindi, Marathi or in this language. These language are converted into step by step, not directly, step by step, into what? Machine language. And this language understand computer, means language processor is doing a work as a translator between whom? Us and the computer. See, there are two main types of language processors, right? First one is interpreter and second one is compiler. We'll see one by one. See, interpreter translate one line at a time and then run it. Means what interpreter do? First he translate one line at a time and then run it. Means one by one, not a whole page. And here is vice versa. See, translate the whole program at once into machine language, also called as object code or OC. What the interpreter is doing? It is translating one by one. For example, there are 4 lines. First it will translate this line, afterward it will translate this line, afterward this, and at last this. But what happening here? He will first translate all the lines, correct, into what? Machine code. See, if it finds an error, it stop and show a message. It is translating one by one, correct. For example, this one is complete, and in this line he found any what error, then what happens, it stop the processing, it will not translate this one line, it will directly show a message error, right? But if there is an error, it shows it after compiling, means whenever you will find error it will pop up directly, but it will not, it will pop up after completing all the code into object code. Fast to find error but not efficient for large programs. See here, you can find your error on the spot, we can say, but it is not good for large programs. And here is faster for running the same program many times. What's happening, it is converting every time whenever you will run your app, it will convert that code with the help of interpreter every time. But here what's happening, it is converting at a single time. If you are rerunning that, it will not convert your code again and again. Why? Because it has already made code, but here it will always create your code. So that's why, see, who uses this type of language processor? Python and virtual base uses interpreter as their language processor, and C++ or you can say Java also. Java also uses compiler as their language processor. What is a firewall? A firewall is like a guard at your door. It checks all the data coming into your computer from the internet. If anything dangerous tries to enter, like a virus, it blocks it. That's why it is called as firewall. A wall with the fire, we can say firewall, right? Fun fact, Grace Hopper, a computer scientist, created the first compiler, a tool to help computer understand programming languages. Thanks to her, we wouldn't have to write programs in 0 and 1 anyone. She was the first who created compiler for programming other languages. Otherwise we need to give each and every command in the form 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 1 0 like this, because computer don't understand anything except 0 and 1. That's why it is called as binary. Binary means what? Binary means 2, right? And here are only 2 digits, 0 and 1. Understood? Now basic keywords. What is interface? Interface means a platform to interact with the system, right? As I told you, allocate, to give or assign something, memory, or device. As I told you, examples of land, right? Or sir assign you as a monitor and code give land. Deallocate, to take back something that was assigned. As I told you, first given the land by the government, then taken back, like that. Forbidden, forbidden means not allowed, no entry, we can say, for example, in general language. Worms, malware that copies itself and spread. This is a type of virus. What happened basically in this type of virus, if your any file got this worm, it will just keep on duplicating itself. It will only randomly create copies, copy of that, and after so many of copy, what it will happen, your space will be blocked. Who takes care? File management will be hang. So your operating system, or we can say PC, gets hang when worms attack. Fileworm, as we learn about this, a security system that protects against unauthorized access. And last one is malicious, something that cause harm. Who cause harm? For example, we can say worm, viruses, right? This causes harm. It's called malicious. Now thank you class for today. Today we have learned about what? Different types of software. Whichever types of software we learn, first we had learned about software. What is basically software? Afterwards system software. the software which operates our all system is called as system software. Afterwards, operating software we learn about. Then language processor, in which we learn about interpreter and compiler, right? And afterwards we will learn in next video we will learn about utility programs. Till now, thank you. Have a wonderful day ahead. If anyone have any query, comment down in chat. I will solve you. Thank you once again, class. Have a wonderful day ahead. Hello students. Today we are going to see about utility programs. So first we will see what is today's agenda. Today's our agenda is to see utility programs, antivirus utilities, backup utility, and file compression utilities. So let's start with what are utility programs. See, utility programs are software that help us with the daily maintenance and smooth running of a computer system. This is important, daily maintenance and smooth running of a computer system. They are not used for creating content but for managing system performance, protecting data, and organizing files. Means these are not apps from which we create something. These are apps to maintain our productivity or content, we can say simply. These are called as utility programs. First one, see, first utility programs are antiviruses. Antiviruses come into utility programs. Antiviruses, file compression, and backup. These are three types of utility comes under utility. So first we will start with antivirus utility. What is it? Scan the computer for viruses and malware, right? Then remove harmful programs, protect file from damage or deletion, help in recovering lost files, guard against software and hardware failure. These are all functions of whom? Antiviruses. What basically antiviruses do? Protect us from viruses and malware. Viruses are the file which damages or delete or hang our systems. And what are malwares? Malwares are the type of, we can say, a bug which create copies of a same program. Means for example, continuous making copies of itself. It is making continuous copy of itself, and after a few time your RAM or storage got full, and that's why PC gets hang. So these types of called as malware. It remove harmful program. Which harmful program? Like viruses and malware. It protect file from damages. From whom? Same again, viruses and malware. Basically it protect our system from these two, viruses and malware. These are basic two categories, but inside them also there are many types of viruses and malwares. Protect against software and hardware failure. Software failure means what? See, same again. If any bug is there in software get fail. If we scan it, if there is bug, it delete that bug or problem, and then the software run fluidly. Which are the examples of antivirus? Norton antivirus and Bullguard. These are two examples of antiviruses. See, what is the wise word? Always keep your antivirus updated. Why updated? For example, if there is any new virus or malware in the market, the antivirus get aware of that. But if you are not updating your software, means antivirus, you will not get what new types of antivirus are there. Basically that app will be confused. This is a virus or a file. So that's why always update your antivirus. It helps detecting new malware and prevent unauthorized access or data loss. See, it helps to detect new malware, as I just say now, and prevent unauthorized data. If for example, if any virus also came, but if you don't update your application, what the antivirus will think no, it is a just general day-to-day uses life, so it will not detect it or delete it. So that's why always keep update of your antivirus. Second utilities are backup utility. What is its function? As its name, backup. It backups our important essential data. See, create a copy of all important files and folder. It create copies of all our important files and folder. Restore original data. If the system crashes, files are deleted or corrupted. Understood? If by mistake your system got crashed or file got deleted, from recycle bin also, if your file got deleted, with the help of backup utility we can achieve that or retrieve that files. For example, how is a backup utility word? Some use as to store in pen drive or any other hard storages, and few applications use as they clone your data where but online. If your system got lost or your pen drive got lost or corrupt, still your data is safe where? On cloud, online. In our third chapter we are going to learn about that cloud computing. We will go deep down into that in our third lesson. Cloud computing helps recover data from accidental deletion, user error or disk failure. Just now as I told you. And what are its example? Backup PC and duplicati. These are two examples of backup utility. And what are the examples of antivirus? Norton and Bulgard. Right? Now third one is file compression utility. See, all the names of the utility are based on their function. For example, antivirus utility, what it does? There are examples of antivirus, simple. Then second one, last one we saw, backup utility. What it does? Backup our data. Now third one, file compression utility. What it does? It compress our file. See, what it does? Reduce the file size to save disk space. It reduce the, for example, if there is any file of 10 MB, when we compress it, it get lesser. For example, up to 3 to 5 MB, means it get reduce of that size. Make it faster to send via email. Why it make faster? For example, if I had a photograph of my friend and he asked me to send me the photograph, he is away from my town. For example, I am at a place and I am in Mumbai and he is in Hyderabad. Is it possible? No. And the secure data, instead of WhatsApp, Gmail is more secure. So what I will do then, instead of selecting one photo, I will select that 20 or 25 photos, save in a folder, then I will compress that folder. Why compress? For example, when we compress a file, the file size, what? The file size got reduced, right? On email we can share up to how much? 25 MB of files only, not more than 25 MB we can share via email. So we will compress that all photos and send a single compressed file. Which file? Compressed file. See here, compressed file must be decompress, means unzip before use. In simple way, many people use compress, decompress, but basically we use what? Zip and unzip. These are the two ways on our day-to-day basis or daily basis we use basically that. And what are the examples of this application? WinZip, WinRAR, and third one is Win7. These are all app. Win is compulsory, just you need to say zip, lar and 7. These are the 3 examples of and see, there is one more thing, not written in PDF, but I will tell you. When you compress any file, how we can compress? Just simply right click on that folder and then you will see a option send to, and when you will click on that send to option, there is a called as compress one, otherwise it will be zip. So click on that, the file will be compressed, then the logo of the folder will be changed. For example, if I can show you, I will show you, one second. See, for example, this one is a file, I will click on it. See here you can see this compress below the rename and duplicate compress, correct? See here, when I compress this file, here you can see what is zip written, correct? Means it is a zip file. And here you can see the extension also got changed. Here the file name extension is there, no. Here get information, see kind of what information, what is the kind, folder, correct? And done. But here what is the zip. See here, I will get information. See here, what is the kind, zip archive is the file, it got zip. Then how we can unzip? See, when I am clicking on it, it is automatic because it is the function of Apple, so it is getting unzip. But if I want to do, I will click on it. Here you can see again one option. First option was what? See here, first option between the rename and duplicate, what is compress, to compress a file. But to uncompress a file, what is there? See here, between rename and duplicate, uncompress. When I will press uncompress, the file will be uncompress. Understood? Like this you can compress and uncompress a file. See, because it is a iPhone, it is showing uncompress. If you are using Windows, then it will show you decompress. Or if you had installed already the WinRAR application, which application? WinRAR application, what it will show? Extract, EXT or ACT, extract. There are many options, extract here, extract all, extract folder, extract, move to the application. These are many applications. When we compress any file, the file icon got changed and it get a copy, not the same. See, when we compress any file, not the same file get compressed. It create a copy of that folder first and then it compress that file. So we will get a compressed file. See here are the steps using File Explorer, means for Windows. Select the file, as I told you, right click on it, then send to, send compress, or in bracket zipped folder. A zip file appears below the original file. See here, below the original file means it is not converting that original file. It is first creating a copy of that file and then it is converting into zip. Tip. If a file has images, use format like JPEG or WebP to compress them efficiently. Always compressing a file, use what formats? JPEG and WebP to compress the images. And how to decompress? As I told you, right click on the compress file, select extract file, choose the folder where your file will be extracted. You can choose any specific folder, means for example from desktop I want to extract it to C or D drive. Inside that again one more folder is there, you can choose that. Or otherwise simply extract here, means where is the file, it will extract on the same folder only, and then click OK. The file will be extracted to the chosen location. If you choose folder where, if you do choose extract here only, extract here, then it will extract on the same folder, right? There are multiple options you can choose. Now quiz time. See, first is our MCQs. Which utility help to protect your computer from malware? Which utility? Try to answer it. Which protect? Antivirus. See, antivirus utility protects us from malware. What does a backup utility do? What does backup utility do? Yes, it creates copy of data, right? Online, otherwise in other storages. See, antivirus and copies, correct. Now third one, what is an example of file compress utility? What is example of file compress utility? WinZip, right? It is a compress one. Second one is WinRAR and another one is Win7. Win is there, right? WinRAR, Win7, WinZip. Which program is an antivirus program? Which program is Norton? Norton is a type of antivirus, and second one is Bulgar, right? See, WinZip and Norton. Now true and false. Compressed file can be used without decompression. Is it true? No, it is not true. If we want to use a compressed file, first we need to decompress it. Without that we cannot use that file. File compression reduces the size of the file. Correct? Yes, correct. It reduces the size of the file. Then backup utilities can help recover deleted file. Yes, correct? Yes, it is correct. Backup utilities do backup. So if the file got deleted, we can recover it. Antivirus software is only needed once a year. No. If I had installed a software or downloaded any file or something, antivirus is essential always. Always when you download or import new data, always first scan it and then upload it. And it is not like whenever data is coming then only, as a time period, weekly or monthly, you can scan your laptop or you can scan your data. Now fill in the blank. That dash is used to scan or remove viruses. What is antivirus? Correct. Second one, that dash is a utility that copies and store data. Which? Backup utility. Then next, compressed file must be that dash before use. What? Compress or decompress? Decompress. It should be decompress before use. Correct. Then two file compression utilities are WinZip and then WinRAR. And again one is Win7. Correct. See, antivirus, backup utility, decompress and WinRAR. Now one word or short answer. Name a antivirus utility. See, till now 2-3 times we had taken name. What are those? Try to answer. What are those? Norton and Bulgar. Correct? Norton and Bulgar. Which utility saves space stored by shrinking the file? Which utility? Compress. Correct? Compress utilities. What tool help in recovering data from system crash? What tools use which? Backup utility. Correct? Backup utilities help. Then last one, what is the process of making files smaller in size? First click on that folder, then click on send to, and then compress. Otherwise, in simple word you can say compress the file to make file size smaller. Correct? See, Norton and Bulgar, file compression, backup utility and process compression. Correct? Now thank you student, that's all for today. If you have any query or doubt, you can pin in comments. I will try to help you down with your problem. Now that's all for today. Thank you everyone. Have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you. Hello students. Today we are going to see application software. Means basically what are the application softwares. See, today's our agenda is to learn application softwares, customized software, general purpose softwares, access based software, software privacy and intellectual property rights, means IPR. What are those? We will learn today these 6 points. First point, what is application software? What is it? Application software is used to perform specific tasks on a computer. Means application software are those software which are specifically made for to perform any specific type of task on a computer. For example, if you want to listen music, which application we use? For example, Spotify. Correct? Ghana, like this. If you want to see any video, MS player, VLC, or by default our music player. These tasks include what task? Writing documents, calculating numbers, editing pics, making presentation and more. Now we will see the basics of that. For example, to format any document, what we will use? A writer, right? Word processor. What are its example? For example, MS Office Writer or Google Docs, otherwise OpenOffice Text. To make calculations, MS Excel, otherwise OpenOffice Calci, or Google example we take web applications as Google Sheets. To edit images which application? For example, GIMP, Photoshop, Adobe, like this. For presentation we use Google Slides, web application. In PC, OpenOffice application is OpenOffice Impress and Microsoft is Microsoft PowerPoint. Understood? See here, OpenOffice is a suite. What is meant by suite? An application containing many other applications. For example, there is a main folder in which subfolders are there, same like that. In OpenOffice there are different types of applications. For example, OpenOffice Drawing, OpenOffice Impress, OpenOffice Calci, OpenOffice Text, OpenOffice Base. Like these different types of application are inbuilt in a single application. Which application? OpenOffice. OpenOffice is owned by Apache company. So we will see more deeply in it. See here, what is a software suite? A suite is a collection of related programs in one package. As I told you, OpenOffice include, basically these are mainly used applications, so it is given only 4. Otherwise it has 6 applications. First one is Writer, second one is Calci, third one is Impress, and this is base. If few students are not familiar with, I will tell you. Writer means to write, and calculation means, for example, I told you just now, MS Excel or Google Sheet. Impress means MS PowerPoint, right? Presentation. And base is for databases type. Now next, see. Now application software are divided into 2 parts. Which 2 parts? First part is called a customized software and second is general purpose software. Further on we will see what is its classification. For example, now see, customized software. What is it? Software made specifically for one person or one company. This is important. One person or one company. It is not for everyone. It is only what that person or company need. Means, for example, if I am a person and I need a specific task to complete anything, so why will I use many task or many applications? So I will go to a company or firm or a software developer and I will tell my requirement, what requirement I have, and then that company or software engineer will design a software specifically for me, one software for me, as I told him. For example, if I am requiring it to do any calculations, then it will upload only that features. See here, for example, school exam result system. School uses their own software, right? For example, few school take 10 mark exam as a, some say it PT1, some say it unit test 1, like that. Few school take 10 mark, few school took 20 mark, like that, depending on them. Second one is software for managing a shop stock. Which shop stock? For example, we can take example of DMart, Zudio, or other mini brands. See, they have all their own applications, correct? Based on their application, they had their quantity, price, name of the item, GST, like that. Means they upload in their own software. Then payroll system used by a company. What is meant by payroll system? For example, there is a company. Payroll means it manages. For example, there is an employee. When that employee come to the office, when he will log out, how many leaves he takes, sick leave, personal leave, like that. And when at the end of the month, when calculating that salary, they calculate his all over performance, how many leaves he had taken, how many late marks are there. On that basis, they give them payment. That's why it is called as payroll system. for a company. Means basically in simple and short word, what is meant by customized software? Customized software are those software which are customized for a specific person or a company. For example, as we say, I had customized my car or bike. What we do in customization, there is already, for example, headlight, but I don't want that yellow color headlight, I want a white color headlight, so I change that headlight. Correct. Second one, for example, many people changes their bullet silencers. Correct. Some people like loud noise, some people like silent lights. On that basis, means on their specification or their want, they change that particular part. Correct. Means it is a customization. Same like that in customized software also, whatever system, means on what I am using that application, for what requirement, I will specify only that much requirement. Understood. Second one, best example I can give you, for example, bank. Every bank has its own application. Correct. It is a, for example, SBI application only used by SBI customers. Application is SBI application, right? Then second one is Union Bank, we can take, or Axis Bank. These all bank have their own. Why? Because every bank has its own rate of interest, right? Same like that, or their own customers. So they are giving features to their only customers. So that's why it is called a customer. And C, second one is general purpose software. What is it? Software made for common tasks that many people need. Not a single company or not a single person. Many people. See, everyone can use these for different purposes. Means free app, we can say, for example, this is free app, and that is not we can say a paid app. This is free app, but that is specifically made for someone special. Now see, examples are word processor, which are, for example, MS Word. What it do? Write letters, report, essay. Means we can do writing work in the word processors app. Then second one, spreadsheet, MS Excel. What it does? Do calculation, make charts. Correct. Then presentation. What is the example? MS PowerPoint, to make slide shows, right? Then next one is web browser. What are these example? Chrome, Firefox. Then we can say Brave, Microsoft Edge. These are, what is the use of it? Serve the internet. Correct. Then media, VLC, watch videos and music. This is the word. Then last one is graphic design. What are this example? Otherwise, graphic design is also called as Photoshop, we can say. See, Photoshop, GIMP. What is the use of this? Edit photo. And one famous company is Adobe Photoshop. Correct. Remember, general purposes means, what is mean by general purpose? For everyone, use for daily tasks, right? If I want to write something, I will write this. If I want to calculate, I will use sheet. If I want to make presentation, I will use PowerPoint. Means these are all general type applications. Correct. So it is called as general purpose software, which software we use in our day-to-day life or general life. That's why it is called a general purpose software. See here, examples of general purpose software. They can ask you in exam what are the examples of word processor. That's why I had given this. MS Office, Open Office Writer. Sheet, MS Excel, Open Office Calc. Database, MS Access, MySQL, Open Office Base. Presentation, PowerPoint and Open Office Impress. Graphics, Photoshop and GIMP. GIMP is a free one and Photoshop is a paid one. Then browser, Chrome, Firefox, Microsoft Edge, Brave and blah blah blah, etc. Media, VLC, Windows Media Player. Understood? Now next one is access based software. What is meant by access based software? How do we get software? There are two types of software. First one are, we can say, free, and second one are provided software, which we can in simple language said paid software. Correct. These are free software and these are paid software. Now we will see first free software. Free software, also known as open source software. Open source software means what? See, we will see that. First point is free to use. These are all the applications are free to. For example, YouTube, Snapchat, internet, Instagram, Facebook, these are all free software, right? We don't need to pay a single penny to install that or buy that software. Everyone can see, change and improve the code. What is meant by code? These are which are open source, not free one. Open source software. Open source software are, as its name is given, open source. Source means what? The code of that application or web page is given on the internet. According to me, for example, there is a software which is calculating GST, for example 18%, but I want to take 25% of the GST. So what I will do, I will just simply copy that code, means which code? Source code, correct? Source of that code, and I will change that code from taking the GST from 18% to 25%. Then it will automatically take GST from 25%. Means everyone can see and change or improve the code. We can improve the code as our requirement, made by volunteers to help others. Means these are all software engineers, and that they help. For example, best we can take Java language. Which language? Java. Java is a free and open source language. This means in that company there are not paid software engineers. These are all what? Volunteers to help us. They edit the software or language, we can say. Now examples: GIMP, image editor. See, as I told you, GIMP is a free one, it is open source. Then Ubuntu. What is Ubuntu? As we saw in the last video, it is a operating system, but which it is a free operating source system. And next one is MySQL. It is a database, which is what? Free and open source software. Now we will turn to the private software, means paid software. See, first point is you have to pay for it. Means if you want to buy that software, you need to pay money for that software. For example, we can take games, or second one, Adobe Reader, right? These type of softwares are paid. Let's see, I will show you. See, for example, I am here today, correct? Now here, see, these are our apps. See, Gmail is a free one. Sorry, here I will tell. InShot. What is InShot? Here you can see directly it is showing Gate, right? Means it is a free software. But what are paid software? Where are paid softwares? One sec. And popular, we can see where it is, that option, paid. Let it be, I will search. Paid apps. See here, you can see Minecraft. If I want to install this game, I need to give 29 rupees, right? So these are called as paid software. We need to pay some money to buy that software. And here you can see, for example, Instagram, it is free, it is showing directly Get. This is the difference between paid softwares and free software. Understood? Now let's continue. Now only the company who made it can change the code. It is not like open source software, everyone can come and change the code. No, only the company persons can change the code. You cannot copy or share. Why you cannot copy or share? For example, if I buy any game or software, I am giving money, correct? So they will give me a license or a key to enter that. When I will enter that key, that game will open, or any application will open in my, we can say, any instrument for devices, mobile, PC, computer, anything. Which are this example? Adobe Photoshop, MS Window and Oracle database. These are all prioritized software. Means we need to give money to, or we can say we need to buy that application. See, now software piracy. What is meant by software piracy? Using or sharing software without permission or without paying for it. Means, as I told you, that Minecraft game, if I want to play or install that game, I need to give 29 rupees, correct? So but if I install and if I share to my friend, it is what? It is illegal. And if I want to play that game, I will buy pay them money or buy any license. Without that, it is illegal. See here, why it is not? Because it is illegal. Then developers lose money. See, how will developers lose? If I am buying that software and if I giving to any my friend for free, then it will be Rosna. If I took, I am giving them 29 rupees, correct? Same if my friend also took, he will also give 29 rupees, correct? But if I share him directly without buying that software, what it will do? It will be the loss of that software engineer, correct? So that's why developers lose money. It may cause viruses or bug in your system. How it may cause viruses or bug? For example, you must heard of crack softwares, correct? Crack. What are crack software? These are paid software, but we get free on the internet. So what we try to save our money, correct? So we install the crack software. So what happen in crack software? Few hackers, they might insert in that some viruses or bugs. When we install that free software, we will infect our PC or system with that viruses. So that's why never buy any crack, never download any crack. Always prefer to buy the software. How to stop it? Use license or legal software, correct? As I told you, always buy it. Use open source software if you can't buy. See, if I am not able to purchase any software because of its high rate, instead of using that crack software, you can use any alternate option for that. Understood? For example, if I want to buy Adobe Photoshop, but it is a paid one, correct? So instead of that, I can use GIMP, correct? GIMP is what? A photo editor software which is free, so I can prefer that. But instead of using that crack software, always read the software license agreement. Now tell student, how many of you read that? No one, literally no one read that, because it is much more than hectic. It is up to 8 to 9, some have 15 or 20 pages of agreement. We just scroll that and at the last we tick like this, agree, correct? We directly click on I agree and then we start the application. But it is safety one, but it is good to always read that agreements. Now intellectual property rights means IPR. What are these IPR? Rules that protect ideas and creation of people. It makes sure others don't copy or misuse someone else's work. Means what is this? For example, we can say if I build any new thing, innovation, I innovated anything which is unique in this whole world. No one has seen this or no one had ever think about creating this. I had created this. So I will I will register that with the IPR rule. So if I register, no one else without me or without taking permission of me, they cannot use that thing. So what it basically does is protect my idea, correct? Creations of people. So it is called as IPR. See here, there are 3 types of IPR. First one is trademark, second one is patent, and third one is copyright. You must have heard about this copyright patiently. Other one I think you will not see. I will explain you. First one is trademark. What is trademark? Brand, logo or name. As you know, Puma brand. What is the logo of Puma brand? A flying cheetah, correct? Means jumping cheetah, not flying cheetah. A jumping cheetah is a logo of Puma. And what is the logo of Nike? Nike have like this right tick, correct? These are the logos. When you don't need to know the name of that. Whenever you will see any shoe with the right tick, what you will say? It is a Nike one. For example, Adidas, like this logo is there. My painting is so bad, let it be, but for your knowledge. means these are logo. Sometime, for example, also Gucci one also we see whenever G, right, there are two G's, like this Gucci logo is there, correct. There is no need for the brands to remember. For example, Louis Vuitton also, LV means what, Louis Vuitton. These are what, their trademarks, right, shows who own the brand. Means if there is not name, by their symbol also we can say whatever company it is. For example, best one is in mobile also we can say iPhone mobile. Whenever you will see a Apple, correct, my drawing is bad, a Apple, what you will say, it is a iPhone, correct, without seeing the name of that brand. With the help of logo only you can say. And who protect this logo? For example, Apple logo. Do you see Apple logo on Samsung or any other phone? No. Why? Because the iPhone company had trademarked that logo as it is my logo, only my company can use it, none other than iPhone company uses that Apple logo, correct. So trademark is to protect their logo. Then patent. What is mean by patent? For new inventions like new app, as I told you, only the creator can sell and use it for how many years? 20 years. After 20 years he need to again patent that thing, correct. Means it got expired after 20 years. New innovation app means patent in what? For example, I created a special pen, no one has ever used, so what I will do, I will patent it. But if anyone else want to use that pen or design of that pen or idea of that pen, that person will contact me, take my permission, give me some shares of that pen. If he shares, for example, a pen for 10 rupees, then there will be 2 rupees of my share, like this. It is called as patent. Then last one is copyright. What is meant by copyright? What does copyright do? It protects books, movies, songs, softwares, etc. As you can see, best example YouTube, there is, right, copyright video rights. What is copyright video? For example, if someone has written book, no one can copy that book ideas. Or second one is basically music. As you see that in every music video there is small c, every books, movie and software. So copyright means no one can copy that. If I had created any song, only I can use that song and I can earn money from that. No one can else copy that without my permission. If taking my permission, like the same example of pen, if it is also giving me some shares or percentage from the profit of that video, then you can use. But without owner's permission we cannot use. See, no one can copy it without permission. Understood? Basically it is used for books, movies, songs and softwares. Now quiz time. See, quiz time. What is an example of customized software? What is example? Payroll. Alright, payroll software is the example. Try to answer, you students. Which software type is used for common task? Which? General purpose software, right? General purpose software, right? Then name one free and open source. What is the free and open source? Best one is to remember GIMP, right? It is free and open source also. Is it legal to copy or use paid software without buying it? Yes, try to answer. No, it is not legal. Why? It is illegal to use paid software without buying. Why? Because developers may lose money because of that. What does a copyright protect? What it protect? Just now before 1 minute we saw what? Books, songs, movies and last one is software, correct. There are more examples, but in your book it is given only 4 examples. This protect, correct. See here, payroll company, general purpose software, no, it is called software privacy. Then book, movie, software, music and more, correct. Now next, now true and false. try to answer by your own. You can pause the video and answer. See, customized software is made for everyone. What? True or false? No, false. Customized software are made for one company or a person, right? VLC is an example of media player. True or false? Yes, true. It is an example of media player. Third, you can freely edit prioritized software. Yes, true or false? False. We cannot freely edit prioritized software, right? Then fourth one, word processing software is used to do calculations. True or false? No, false. Word processor software are used to write essay, report, exam sheet, anything to write. And to do calculation, what we use? Spreadsheet app, right? Spreadsheet applications. Which are the application? OpenOffice Calc, Microsoft Excel, or web browser. If on web we choose Google Sheets, right? Now next, software piracy is a crime. True or false? Yes, it is a crime. It is illegal to use. See, false, true, false, false, true, right? Now next, multiple choice question. Which of the following is a word processing software? Which one is MX, Word, VLC, or Chrome? Which one is? It is MS Word. Correct. Which software is used to edit images? Guesses? B. It is GIMP, right? Also, GIMP is a free and open source software. See, MS Word and GIMP. Now next, what type of software is OpenOffice? What type of software is OpenOffice? OpenOffice is free and open source software, correct? Then what does a patent protect? What does a patent protect? Patent, as I told you, new inventions by me, for example pen. What is that? Second one, correct? Inventions. See, free and open source and inventions. Now one sentence questions. What is general purpose software? Yes. What is general purpose software? It is a software which is first free. I will tell you not only one sentence. I will try to answer in 2-3 sentences. You can remember anyone. See, general purpose software are free software which are used for daily tasks by everyone. Why should we avoid software piracy? Why? Because first, it is illegal to use piracy software. It can cause harm to our computer, because installing that pirated software we can get what? Bugs and viruses in our computer, and developers also lose money. What is the difference between open source and prioritized software? First one, open source are free, prioritized software are paid one. We can edit the code as per our requirement. We cannot edit the code as per our requirement, and we can use here any difference. Open source software is called GIMP example, correct? And here you can say paid or any customized application, or as I show you that Minecraft game, correct? Minecraft. Give one example of each of FOS and prioritized software. Which FOS? As I told you that GIMP, prioritized software, Minecraft. Easy one. What does IPR stand for and why it is important? Now tell the answer. IPR stands for Integrated Priority Rights, right? It protects. Why it is important? Because it protects rights, right? See, software used for common tasks like writing, calculating, and browser. Second one, because it is illegal and unfair to the software creator. See, these are the answers, but what I told you, you can also write that answer. So teacher will always give you marks. That one is simple one. This one is somewhat twisted way. Open source is free, editable, prioritizers are paid and locked. See, GIMP and Photoshop. IRP stand for Intellectual Property Rights. It protects the creator's idea and work. Right? Now, one word answer. Name any one database. Open Office base also. Then MySQL. Right? Then what software is used to make slide? Which software? That are known as presenters. But which example? MS PowerPoint, Open Office Impress or Google Slide. Correct? These are. Give an example of web browser. Chrome, Microsoft Edge, right? Brave, and then Firefox. Correct? What does C symbol stand for? What does C symbol stand for? Copyright. C symbol stand for copyright, like this. Name one open source software. Again, GIMP. Right? Why I am telling always GIMP? Because GIMP is simpler to remember, and further on we will learn about GIMP in our further chapters. Correct? That's why I am taking example of GIMP again and again. Now see, MS Access, MySQL, PowerPoint, OpenOffice Impress, Chrome, Firefox, Copyright, OpenOffice, GIMP, MySQL, and Ubuntu. Correct? Ubuntu is a operating system. MySQL is a database, Photoshop app, and this is a suite which have all apps included. Right? Now fill in the blanks. That software is used for specific need of a person or program. Means specific need means what? Customized software. Correct? These are customized software. MS Word is a data software. General purpose software. Correct? Then software that is free to use and modify is called as what? Free to use and also modify. Open source software. Correct? Sorry. Yes. Open source software. Correct? The illegal copying of software is called as, what is illegal copy of software is called as? Software piracy. Correct? Then last one. That dash protects logos and marks. What protects? Trademark. Trademark protects. Correct? Look at me. Give an example of that Puma and Nike, Adidas. Right? See. Customized software, general purpose software, open source software, software piracy, and last one is trademark. Correct? Now class, that's all for today. If you have any query or any questions about anything, you can ask me in comments. Thank you very much. Have a good day ahead.